So Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown just came out officially yesterday, and before that it's been out for a week if you got the gold, or if it's been out for 3 days if you got the silver edition of the game. Now with that being said, it's very clear that this game obviously didn't launch in the best possible state, and there's some issues that were surrounding it, whether it was small bugs such as the Camaro having an issue with the paddle shifter animation, or whether it's something large as the servers, as those clearly weren't working up to par, and even some other issues such as the southern portion of the map not saving actual points of interest for dealerships, workshops, or any other POIs that were available to us. Now that being said, obviously it's in KT and Akon's best interest to provide a patch to the players to at least show, hey, we're working on this game and we're going to bring it to that. Now I do kind of wish we saw more communication in terms of that, but nonetheless, taking a look at SteamDB will give us some more insights into when we could possibly be seeing a patch and what we could be seeing in said patch as well. So let's take a look at SteamDB and see what we can find. Okay, so we're on SteamDB, and very unfortunate to see the user rating like that, but hopefully we see it improve. Actually, a decent amount of people in game, I think, at the moment as well. Looks like it's at its peak at the moment, but anyways, let's take a look at the update history, because this is going to be the most important part of SteamDB. We'll scroll down as well and take a look at what we can see. Now, if you don't know what SteamDB is, it's where you can see developers upload different branches of the game. You'll see more information about it. For example, on this side, we have depots. And this will basically show us all the different build ideas that are in the game. For example, we have 3Goo, which is a publisher, D-Box, which you guys know is the D-Box for your sim rigs. Gamescom 2024, which means that this is what the build that they showed at Gamescom. You got Market Beta, External Test 2, Internal Market, all this public, which is what obviously us are playing on right now. Time updated 14 days ago. Oh, and one thing I forgot to even go over, if you take a look at this, public, external test, and internal test 2, the funny thing is these are all the same as the public build ID. Now, what that means is that basically, I think if we see external test or internal test 2 update, that means we can also see the public build get updated along with it. So fingers crossed we see one of these update in the near time future, because I assume what happens is they push it to one of these two, it gets tested, and it gets pushed to public, similar to how other games do it. But yeah, 40 days ago was the last one. Fingers crossed we see another one in the near future. But let's continue on with the video. We also have steering wheel tests, NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, and I'm going to try and make some sense to what's happening right now in SteamDB, because I think it's pretty important, and so at least we can try and find some communication within all this. Now, if you scroll down in the moment, taking a look at here, 3 days ago, there was something pretty important updated. Now, the NVIDIA build seems to have been updated, as we can see here, to this build number 649. You also have the Intel build, which was updated to 649. You also have the AMD build. So odds are these 3 builds is what NVIDIA, Intel, and AMD use to maybe, figure out some optimization or some new drivers added to it, which is pretty important, because that means that they are actively trying to improve the optimization of the game. There would be no other reason why you'd update those 3, because, I mean, Intel processors, AMD GPU, NVIDIA GPU, AMD processors, it makes sense that that would be what we're seeing. Now, that was 3 days ago on the 10th of September. Now, if we scroll on up, we can see at the top here, I believe it's steering wheel tests, which was here. Yeah, steering wheel tests also on 649. Now, there are steering wheel issues prevalent in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, unfortunately. And on this website, you can actually find out about it. So I think steering wheel configurations, actually, they made a similar thing to what I posted, but here you can figure out all about steering wheel settings. And if I find out, where is it? Slider functions. I think these are also for your D-Box, but telemetry. There's also information if you want to add telemetry for the game on whatever you're using. But wheel and device support is here, and there actually are some issues. For example, you can see these little triangles, Logitech. There's an issue with the G923 and the Pro Racing Wheel. And we go to known issue section, which is further down as it says, which is here. We can see that there's no haptic feedback on Logitech devices, the G Pro on PC, which is the True Force. So True Force doesn't work, for example, and you can find out all of this information. I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. But that means that they're improving steering wheels. Maybe some people aren't having force feedback, there are issues like us. Hopefully this means True Force will be fixed in this upcoming patch. We don't know when the patch is coming, but I think the good news is at least we can see that they are working on the game. But it'd be nice to hear that communication part. You guys don't know, so I see where the community is coming from, where they want to see some more open communication, but hopefully we see some of that in the near future. So with that being said, back to SteamDB, it looks like we're going to be getting continued updates, and this build number might be something that we could be seeing, well, not us, the community, but it looks like they're working on a patch. Now, season for Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown starts next week, Thursday. That's when the rank starts, that's when the Solar Pass starts, and honestly, the game is in need of some patch fixing, bug fixing, as well as including maybe some vehicle balancing, because we all know there are definitely some meta cards prevalent in some of the races in Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown, and for ranked races, it would be nice to see those meta vehicles reduced, so, you know, at least we don't have meta ranked races. Otherwise, you know, it means everyone has to run the same car, the same tuning setup, and that kind of takes the fun away of it being test drive, you know, being able to have different vehicles. And Guillaume did say in one of my earlier interviews that vehicle balancing will be a thing that we'll see included in patches between seasonal updates. So fingers crossed we see a patch next week, bro, but honestly, if we don't see it next week, I do hope we see it before the end of this month, because you want to show the community that you're actively working on the game, you do listen to all the bugs we report, you do listen, you want to actually improve it. I still think the road is bright, and the road to get to where it is bright, we have to see, you know, communication, bug fixes, improvements, and so on and so forth. So fingers crossed we see that in the near future, guys. I don't have any word on when we're going to be seeing one. I'm only giving my thoughts and opinions of when I hope to see one, because like I said, it's very well needed to reassure the community that this game is going to be in the right direction. They care about it. It's not going to be a release and done game. Regardless of how review bombed, or regardless of how poor the community has perceived it, they know we want TDU features. They know subjectively calling this a TDU game is going to differ between different members of the community. So there's a lot of work to be done to this game. I still believe in it, man. I'm not going to sit here and wish for my TDU, like, beloved childhood game franchise to fail. I don't think any one of us want that. So I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to hope that Kilton and Khan are going to do it justice. And if I helps for it, man, that's why I'm still here making videos. I enjoy it. It's fun when it works. And fingers crossed we just continue to see the improvements regarding it, because I have covered it many times. I don't really want to make another video covering all the things I mentioned in my other video as well. So that's all I have to say in this video, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe for more content. If I see any other updates or any other communications from official channels, either on the Discord or the Twitter, about an upcoming patch or stuff like that, I will of course cover it. Other than that, I'm NextLevelRacing. I'll see you guys in the video. I'm out, guys. Peace.